Hello, this is Wheelhouse Dark Rock, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Kohan 1, that is Kohan Ahriman's Gift and Kohan Immortal Sovereigns. I always say that because we don't technically call this quote-unquote Kohan 1. There really isn't a quote-unquote Kohan 1. It's Kohan Immortal Sovereigns and Kohan Ahriman's Gift, which is its expansion pack slash kind of sequel, and then there's Kohan 2, the actual sequel. Last we left off, we had just gotten Melchior, who plays a prominent role in Kohan 2, but also one of the better Kohan.
Vargas must be dealt with immediately. Do not worry though, Vargas is a fool. He may be strong and lead a large army, but he is alone in his folly. No other Sia support him. They know you are too strong. Vargas must be made to bend knee to you.
Bend the knee.
Spend the rest of
It's
this
a song.
age encased
Christian
in
song.
gold. He has a tight grip on the land that lies before you. You must gather your strength quickly if you are to subdue him.
Alright, this isn't that difficult. We gotta kill Vargas and we gotta take the main place of Shadow Hall. We don't actually have to take over every single base. We will. Let me go ahead and show you what's around and get some of this dialogue out of the way. We got our technology that we've already gotten all the previous missions. This only gives you some gold, nothing much. Let's see what Vargas has to say.
Caladan, how dare you march upon my holdings? I do not know who is supporting you, but it is I who will be leading the Sia to victory over the Kohan weaklings. Kneel before me now,
Bend
and
the
this
knee.
transgression will be forgiven.
He has awakened. He's not very experienced when you first meet him.
It is you who will be kneeling before this day is out, Vargas. You never were capable of anything but mindless destruction. How do you expect to defeat me, one of the Sia lords? Throw down your banners and swear fealty to me now, and perhaps I shall be the one to forgive you.
Now, remember, the Sia are named after Siadev, and actually, she's actually one of the more isolationist Kohan. She was cast out of Kohan society, as were all the other Kohan, all the other Sia Kohan. So the Kohan are the immortals, and she was Siadev was one of the first to cast out, to be exiled, and so they call themselves the Sia. But once you actually meet the person, Siadev, she actually doesn't actually lead them. Let's see here. Here's a little dialogue point right here. Let's go and get this dialogue.
Mistress, the runes on this monolith indicate it was once used to channel powerful spells. They are too faded and worn with age to determine what spells or who they were meant to benefit. We should be careful when approaching similar ruins.
Okay. There's another one, isn't there? There it is.
Yes, my lord. Consider it done. As you wish. As you wish.
The monolith we found seems to be the ruins of some magical defense the Kohan had constructed to hold off armies of the Shadow. There was little power left in the glyphs, enough for the one attack. It is harmless to us now. There may be more like this. We should be careful when exploring other ruins.
Alright, so if you had any shadow characters, like if you had any skeletons or zombies, that would have killed them. When I send my armies over there with my engineers and 2 bone archers, the bone archers just flat out die. Alright, so there's a kind of a dick move. They actually put technology inside a creep. That only happens once or twice in Immortal Sovereigns.
As you wish.
I believe we have finally found a use for these interminable wasp creatures. Their shell-like hide turns out to be a fine material for making light armor. Our mortal thralls will benefit from this the most, but it will be worth saving Merkaitan after killing the little beasts, if it so pleases you, mistress.
So this is actually a very important technology because it just gives you additional additional defense, and you need it throughout that game. I don't think there's any other technologies here, and I know there's no Kohan. Let me just kill this just to make sure.
Yes, my lord. As you wish.
Yeah, there's nothing else. So let's go and turn Showfog off. And resign. What do you have to say when you
It has
resign?
become apparent that you are not the most worthy leader. I believe I shall inquire of Vargas whether he has room for another loyal servant within his armies.
Alright, we're gonna go to start the mission. I should be able to get this in one swipe. This isn't the most difficult mission in the world. But we'll see, and I will see you there. Alright, welcome. I'm going to bump the speed. This is my attempt number 1. I could actually just build a bunch of engineers and go straight, but actually I tend to prefer it over time to go the slow way. The slow but sure way of getting some good archer armies and then going on from there. Now Melchior here is really good because he has a ranged attack. And if you notice, when we assault armies, it usually has this militia, and every time the militia spawn, we got to kill all the militia before we actually do anything else. And that just takes up a whole lot of time. But since he has a ranged attack, he actually will kill some of the militia quick off, so we can go ahead and assault the city faster and siege it and gain its loyalty. There's some basic bandits over here to the left, and we're going to go ahead and kill them first.
It is an easy
Javadan's weakling, Frail, you know, she has a spell called Frail, which means the damage taken is increased to 130% of normal. Is such a good spell, and her summon wolves are good too.
It is an easy task. It is an easy
Melchior, for his part, it's just a great range damage. We said that before. Okay, slow down. We'll go and build this.
What so you desire? I serve the Dark Master.
Now, Melchior has a trailblazing aspect to him, which means he ignores terrain penalty. It usually means he goes a little bit faster than everybody else,
What so you
which is no fun because he's actually kind of fragile, just like Javadan is.
Death to all
for
who
the
oppose
Dark
us.
Master.
I could build and take that gold mine, but I don't really have an easy way to get to it.
It is an easy task.
Going to go ahead and attack this Gwari outpost.
For the Dark
Death to all who oppose us.
Sometimes you can get one of the companies to attack and just basically ignore the militia. You know, one of the main reasons we want
May the Dark Master
another
bless us.
city isn't just to build these resources, but because cities in themselves provide
The Dark
additional
Master
gold
bless us.
income, which is kind of what we want. Once again, I'm going to go ahead and
Awaiting
build
your
a
task.
blacksmith and then sell it, which will give us basically the same amount of income as a completely, whereas a tier 3 city.
To all who oppose
Dark
us.
Master. It is an
Barely don't
May
have
the
enough
Dark
money.
Master bless us.
Okay. In the early part of the game, engineers can take over some of your cities, and that's no fun.
They will know pain.
And you will be accosted by creep after
enemy
creep after
shall
creep,
fall.
as evidenced by this
They
poor
will know
city,
pain.
which is being
The
killed by
enemy shall
creep after
fall.
creep after
I
creep.
serve the Dark Master.
They will know pain.
Can I upgrade this? Yeah, I can. Okay.
Death to all who oppose us.
Oh, and there's some other engineering. Oh, that's the same one. They should die here. Yep, that killed them all. It's hard to find a place for my arm
The enemy
to
shall fall.
rest
In
itself.
the name of the Dark
Um,
Sadia.
I serve the
In the
Dark
name of the Dark Sadia.
Your morale will kind of
In the name
decline
of the
fairly
Dark
quickly in
Side.
this mission. There's going to be a outpost right here that'll basically kill
In
your
the name
unit
of
straight
the Dark
off.
Sadia.
So you want to avoid it and just kind of
They
go
will
straight
know
down.
pain.
You can kind of see
Death
how
to all
the
who
zone of
oppose us.
population
I
is.
serve the Dark Master.
As usual, you don't want to have any one company attack. You kind of want all companies to attack at once. And as usual, a
In the name
good
of the
skilled
Dark
player
Side.
can concentrate their attack by making sure all your companies are attacking at once. I'm gonna build an iron outpost.
In the name of the Dark Sadia. In the name of the Dark Sadia. The enemy shall
These
fall.
wasps are going to get in your way just a whole bunch.
May the Dark Master bless us.
Like I said, you were going to get accosted by tons and tons and tons and tons of those wasps.
What so you desire?
In the name of the Dark Sadia.
What so
They will
you
know
desire?
And other stuff.
What so you desire?
Since we have engineering companies, after we take over a city,
They
we
will
kind
know
of want to
pain.
repair it. You can see, I don't know if you can see it because it's kind of small, but the morale here, what's our morale? Look, 29 over 45. Your morale is the biggest thing you have to watch out for because it will go away very slowly.
What so you desire?
They will know pain.
I can leave this alone for half a second.
Dark master.
Let's go ahead and take out, who are these guys fighting? Oh, spiders.
I
In
serve
Let's
the
go
name of
take
the
out
dark
some
side.
spiders. Can I upgrade this town yet? Not yet, I need 150. That gave me just enough. Okay.
The enemy shall fall. The enemy shall fall. In the name of the dark side, yeah.
Again, you
They
kind of
will know
want just
pain.
as many cities as you can before you actually take on...
They
Ugh.
will know pain.
Okay, while that's happening, how much do I got? I got enough rock for a while.
They
Attack.
will know pain.
Let's go and get this base, and as soon as we can, build some more wood and some more stone.
May the dark master bless us. In the name of the dark side, yeah.
There's so many creeps on this map that you're likely to get killed by creeps just as well.
What so you desire?
Okay, let's gonna hang out here and wait for these guys' morale to pop back up. Okay, how much can we get? I bet I can get... let's wait for a gold to increase just a little bit for anything else.
I serve the Dark Master.
In the name of the dark side, yeah.
Okay, that's 200 gold. That should be enough to spawn 3. That's what I want. I want 3. 1, 2, 3. Barely.
At the ready.
Okay, I'm gonna call you group number 2. And now is the time when the AI just is gonna have a fair amount of
Death to all.
their own
May the dark
units.
It is an easy task.
So as soon as these guys are fully built up, right now if they were attacked now, they'd probably just die, even if they were attacked
Awaiting
by
your
Easy task.
something
For the
small.
Dark Master.
Let's go and take this. I'm gonna go ahead and build some stone here.
awaiting your
For
command.
the Dark Master.
May the dark
For
master
the
bless
Dark
us.
Master. It is an easy
Okay, the main city we need to kill is in the bottom of the map. And so I'm just taking over basically the satellite cities before I go into the main fair. And since I have all that, oh wow, there he is.
Ramadan, how dare you march upon my holdings? I
Shut up.
It is you who will be kneeling.
I will get them in a
awaiting
second.
your
For
command.
the Dark Master.
May the dark
If it looks
master
like I'm
bless
retreating, it's because I am. I'm not quite ready for him
At the
yet.
ready.
Alright, number 2, could you come here and then go south?
As you wish.
us. Awaiting your command. Death to all who
For the
oppose
Dark
us.
Master.
I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade a lot of my stone just so I can actually get out of the red.
I serve the Dark Master.
Okay,
They will
now
know
I can go
pain.
ahead and go on.
What so you desire?
This unit,
Awaiting
this
your
combination, should be able to take care of Vargas himself if they encounter him.
Death to all who oppose us.
I serve
It's kind of odd, they're kind of standing still.
the Dark Master.
They will know pain. The enemy shall fall.
Alright, 2, could you come over here?
Ready.
May the
1,
dark
I'm
master
gonna call you
bless
1,
us.
stay there.
It is an easy task. What so you desire? For the Dark Master.
Alright, you guys are coming along. And good. Alright, 1, attack, and 2, attack. Remember that your archers basically take no damage from other archers because they're bones. But archers are great unit killers. I've never been impressed with the CI.
I am
Oh wait,
pleased to inform
well we
you
already
that
went through
seed
the
known as Vargas has been
we already went through the text of that. The Sea of Prophets, they have Paralyze and Life Leech. Life Leech is supposed to be vampiric, but it's really not all that special.
The enemy shall fall. Death to all.
That's right, go ahead and retreat. I don't mind you retreating, just stay alive.
For the Dark Master.
Upgrade this as soon as we can.
At the ready. As you wish.
Death to all who oppose us.
Okay, I'm gonna keep on upgrading my cities while I can.
What so you
At the
desire.
ready.
Okay, 1 can move on. We'll let 2 kind of heal up a little bit.
At the ready.
There's another city, there's another city. Okay. We'll take this city out.
What so you desire for the Dark Master?
The enemy shall fall.
Bank, that's nice.
Awaiting
Bad guys.
command.
It is an easy task.
At the ready.
Actually, I guess, well, no, they're still bad guys. I was about to say that the good guys, because we play the bad guys. But we are the bad guys trying to aggravate
The enemy shall
one of our
fall.
other bad guys. We should be basically done
So you desire.
with taking out the main enemy
At
bases.
the ready. As you wish.
I don't see any other people coming up from any other direction.
The Dark Master.
Let's go up north just to see how things... Yep, there's another base.
Awaiting your command.
Well, that wasn't as much as I wanted it. I wanted to kind of be done.
At the ready. At the ready.
The enemy AI, anytime you play these games, is just going to be pretty expansionary. Okay, just retreat. Retreat, guys, I don't want you to fight them just yet. We'll get them in a second.
May the Dark
For the
Master
Dark
bless
Master.
us.
It is an easy task.
Just trying to...
Awaiting your command.
Let's get that
An easy
gold.
task.
Let's bump the
For
speed a
the
little bit too.
Dark Master. For the Dark Master. It is an easy task.
Do you guys see any Sia bases up here? You probably shouldn't.
It is an
Okay, that's a neutral place, and those are some... I think we're pretty good.
Pain.
Okay, how am I doing on resources? Go ahead and spawn some blacksmiths, some wood. We are actually at the end game here.
I serve the Dark
Let's go and kill these guys while we got a chance. Okay.
What so you desire?
I try to get these under 30 minutes, and it's getting hard because these are getting longer and longer, the missions are.
At the ready. So you ready.
I serve
Alright, let's go ahead and let's invade.
As you wish.
Slow down, here we go. With so many archers, like I say, you can just eliminate the competition pretty easily. Ooh, wow. So, Shadow Priest... Not Shadow Priest, the other one, I forget the name of them. But they have something called Shadow Shock, which basically freezes your units. Not the same thing as Paralyze.
Glory to the Shadow Mistress. We have succeeded in taking Vargas's citadel and capturing his
Okay.
amulet as well. He has been reawakened and put
You
in
didn't see this
chains
text earlier.
until you have time to persuade him to accept the honor of fighting on your behalf.
I keep playing. Okay. Just gonna put 1 here and 2 here. Bump up the speed. All I need now is the technology, and that shouldn't be difficult to do.
At the ready.
Shouldn't be that difficult to do, I should say. Didn't quite say that exactly the way I wanted to.
serve the Dark
Oh,
Master.
no, I was about to say there's a city up there. Did they ever take the rune? They did not.
Serve the Dark Master.
Alright, let's get that technology that we need, the chitin armor.
I believe we have finally found
Okay, we are done. We have gotten all the Kohan we need. All of our existing Kohan are ascended, and we got all the technology that we need from this particular map. I don't think there's any additional text options for going across these.
As you wish.
I'll show them off to you. I said that it'll destroy your bone archers,
the runes.
so you'll get to see that.
As you wish.
Sometimes there's additional lines of dialogue, even if you you saw that in Immortal Sovereigns. We came across a temple. It didn't say you came across a temple, but it still gave us additional dialogue at the end screen. It said next page.
You wish.
Alright, this should kill the skeletons. Let's see if it does it like I thought it would. Yep.
The monolith we found seems to be the ruins
Destroyed
of
that
some
skeleton,
magical defense
destroyed those two
Kohan
skeletons.
had constructed to hold.
Okay, that's that. Let's go ahead and end mission win.
I see you have Vargas in chains. Give him to me for a moment, and I will return him to you, a most loyal servant. You have your own tasks. A visitor
Tasks.
awaits
You put the
your
S at the end.
presence.
Oh,
Do not trust him.
a visitor.
Listen to his proposal.
Time for the bad voice acting.
I thank you for treating with me, Mistress Jevedan.
Yeah.
I'm in dire need of your support. My recent expansion into the Middling Lands has been repelled by an alliance of mortal races led by a pair of the Creator's lapdogs. I have been pushed back to the edge of the Dreadlands. They will not be prepared for you to attack from the north. We would be able to crush them between your northern armies and my defenses in the Dreadlands. Once we crush them here, we can move west and destroy their homelands.
Homelands.
Should you aid me, I would be a most powerful ally in support of your conquest.
He really is a
You
good
shall
unit.
have my aid, Bulgari. I have need of the land to the west, regardless of your concerns.
Emo face.
So I shall
emo
happily
face,
crush
emo
the
face.
Kohan resistance south of my armies. Just keep them from retreating into the Dreadlands while I press south into their flanks. Do not fail me, Bulgari. And should you entertain any ideas of playing me false after this battle,
He will.
you will learn firsthand what happened to the last Seer who crossed me.
These Sea are just like the Sith. They just betray each other all the time. It's kind of silly. Well, anyway, that was a kind of fun map, don't you think? I thought that was fun. I really like Melchior. That's one of the names for the three wise men, although there's not necessarily three of them in the Bible. But in Catholic tradition, which I'm not Catholic, Melchior is one of the names of the three wise men. I forget Belteshazzar and somebody else. I forget their names. Because I never knew it when I was growing up, because since I grew up Christian, but I didn't grow up Catholic, and in my church we just said, you know, there's not really three wise men. There are wise men. It never says there are three, and we never gave them names. But anyway, Melchior is a very mysterious figure. He was not initially cast out into exile. He basically cast himself out because he didn't like the fact that others were cast out. Kind of like during the Civil War, some of the states that seceded from the Union succeeded not because they didn't like the Union, that because they felt it was wrong for Lincoln to force a state into the Union. They fought because they felt like you should have the ability to withdraw. Just like America rebelled from Britain, they felt like they had the right to rebel from the Union. And they said, well, if you're going to force South Carolina was the one that succeeded. If you're going to, when Lincoln called up his army to forcibly make South Carolina part of the Union, to force it into the Union, that's when a lot of people said, you've gone a bridge too far. Anyway, I talk a lot in these Let's Plays. But yeah, I like Melchior. He's kind of interesting. And you'll see that in Kohan 2, but I will not play Kohan 2 because I've never been big into that game, and I never really could get that much into. I didn't really find it as enjoyable. Anyway, thanks for joining me. This is Wheelhouse Dark, and this has been my Let's Play / appreciation of Kohan 1, Immortal Sovereigns, and Ahriman's Gift, and we are getting halfway to being done with Ahriman's Gift. I hope you'll join me next time, and I'm glad you joined me now. Have a nice night.